Good evening, good morning, YouTube, Instagram. I'm here today with Yousif. Yousif, can you hear me okay, man?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So,
Thank you so much for joining me. So, Yousif, yeah, we'll have a chat with you. If you can give like some background about yourself. I know you're in
yes,
college and you just started with like e-com, and so that's something that we've had these success stories in the program where people started e-commerce while in college and been able to grow their businesses. So they either quit college or they just run it
yeah,
as a great side gig. So if you can
yeah,
give some more information about yourself to everyone who's
yeah.
listening.
Yeah, so I'll start from like the beginning from like 10 years old or stuff. I was fond of like e-commerce. I saw the like Tai Lopez, stuff like that. I saw all of that. And I wanted to take action, but the problem was I was 12 years old. So I couldn't, I had school and stuff. I opened up some businesses, what was all like small business, trivial. But I knew like from the beginning that I don't want to be an employee. I want to be like an employer, a producer, have a business. So, but I didn't take action to be honest. Like I just started side businesses here and there. And then I went to college. Okay, so I like got a scholarship and started college. Yes, so I got a scholarship like and started college 2 years, so 2022 till till now. The first year and a half was all good, smooth sailing because I mean I just started. But then I like lost the passion for like passion because I was in a scholarship and the scholarship has like certain rules and I didn't like that. I didn't like the rules and stuff. Can't change majors after some like if I change it one time I can change it another time and stuff like that. So last semester I didn't do well. This semester too I didn't do well. So my last chance is next semester. So if I don't like I have to go like next semester in college and I have to like perform well and I could do that, but I don't want to like I don't want to stay in the scholarship. I want to like have like one last chance to do something else to like go build a business and so I can able to go to the college I want, the major I want if I want to continue college, or just build my business, which is my dream. So what happened is I am returning in the summer, okay, and like I'm not in the best. I'm returning this summer, but like I have to like work in the summer to like to study for the next semester. I don't
Hmm.
want that. I don't want to like do the like continue with in that route. If it doesn't work, I have to continue that route. So I have to do it, like pull it off this summer.
And is that like
Yeah,
just for the context, like
yeah,
you live in the United States, right? Or
yeah. No, I'm from Kuwait, so
uh-huh.
but like I'm studying here in the United States. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. And your family is here in the United States as well?
No, no.
Oh
So
wow,
like
man.
that.
So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
here by yourself.
By myself. Yeah, but there's many like people from my country here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I'm taking the like leap of faith. So I said like if I want to like before I return, I have to like do something. So I said 2 weeks. I'm gonna like in 2 weeks I'm gonna make some money. That's what I said like 2 weeks for a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is like like placed a date some like 2 hours or 3 hours to like browse for uh, browse the internet for courses for like online for like money making courses.
And why you decided like so why you decided to look for courses like in the first place? Like did you want to accelerate the
Yeah.
process?
I did no, haven't started e-commerce. I just knew I wanted to make money quickly. That's the only
Uh-huh.
thing. That's the only
Like
thing I
everyone
knew.
else.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I need to make at least like, so I can like be comfortable and have my say, so I could like plan my future, my near futures. I need like 10,000 a month at least, but it wasn't that much, but at least.
Hmm.
So I just started searching, and uh, I booked many calls with many like different courses, and one of the calls was BBA. And the appeal with BBA is it's like you weren't pulling the Lamborghinis and stuff, as many people said. It was just you talking in the camera. And so I took the call, and I booked accidentally two calls actually. But I won the first call. Yeah, I went to the first. So the leads were really good. But I went in the first call, and I was convinced, and I like went ahead. Yeah.
Awesome, oh, man. So
Yeah.
um it's like facet. So okay, so you were thinking about e-commerce for quite some time, right? But like you
Yeah.
decided to pull the trigger What did
Just
you study in college?
engineering.
Oh, engineering.
Yeah.
It's a good occupation, right? I mean, you can make like
Yeah,
100,
of course, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not like I'm fond of engineering and stuff, but I want to have like I want to I want to have my say. I want to if I want to switch my like major and stuff. I don't want to be bound within the scholarship and stuff. I want to make some money too. Yeah,
Mm.
and also I
And
will like one of the stuff that motivated me too is last year and this year also I went to Miami 2 times with my friends. They also study, but in Miami.
uh-huh.
So I went there and I really liked the place. I saw the millionaires and stuff, and I know you live there too. So the appeal was really like I had to do it. So yeah, that's
Mhm.
my goal right now. That's my pure goal. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. It's like, and we have, as I mentioned, we had, I'll actually introduce you. We have this cool guy. He's from,
Yes.
he's also from Middle East.
Okay.
His name is Noor.
No,
He lives
okay.
in Los Angeles. I'll introduce you to him. He's a very cool guy.
Please, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll introduce you in WhatsApp. And he also like came to United States for the I think also as a student,
Yeah.
and now transitioned to the business. He's doing like good. He's doing like few million a
Wow.
month. Um, so it's definitely, and it's like it's fascinating that so many people, like, so as you mentioned, like Ty Lopez, right? I think Ty Lopez gave like people a lot of kind of like sneak peek into like what's possible,
Yes.
right? Like with all of these opportunities, and there
Yeah.
were other people that inspired others. And at the end of the day, it's like it's it's kind of like so many people want to do it, right?
Yeah.
And but still there's only a few people that like, fuck, I'm going after it. I will figure it out. Kind of like setting these like very, like precise, deadlines, and just committing full force to it.
Yeah.
Why do you think is that? Why do you think like there's obviously so many people that have been educated? There's also like so many people that kind of want to do it, but there's only few that like actually pursue it.
Yeah. I can talk about that because it's very interesting. So, talking about Ty Lopez, so but my first like touch with e-commerce was Ty Lopez like in 12 because he's the major like figure back then. So then I like lost touch with the e-commerce. I started maybe a business. It wasn't profit. It was like I just like minor stuff. Then like a month ago or 2 months ago, what really made me pull the trigger. That's the one. It was Ty Lopez too, but I didn't like it was about courses. So he was like I subscribed to him. Like he just like reemerged. So I subscribed to his videos. And one of the videos that like he said he talked about skepticism.
Mm.
And when he talked about that, like since I watched Ty Lopez and I didn't pull the trigger because I was 12 years old, and I did, like watched many courses, and I just went in like really bad courses which were $38 or whatever stuff like that. So I built much skepticism, and I really didn't pull the. That's the main reason I didn't pull the trigger throughout the year.
Mm.
That's the main reason. So I watched the video and he was talking about skepticism and how many dreams fail because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I said, if you don't like, how could you know if you don't pull the trigger? How could you know if you don't like go forward and try it? Like, like if skepticism, like if you don't pull the trigger, you wouldn't know. Like what? Like you have to try something at least. So that video, I have it in my history. That video exactly what made me pull the trigger and go ahead. And it was
Wow.
just like taking a course, not his courses, but I took courses. Yeah.
Man, such a good
That's
point. It's like, because everyone, I mean, if you think like talk to any person, like almost like every person has some aspirations in life. They want to do something bigger. They want to obviously make money. They want to be rich. They have all of these dreams, but it's oftentimes like, as you said, like skepticism. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, it seems like sketchy. Like even my friends, I still have
It's a
friends
killer.
like, yeah, I still have some friends today, and they're like, I've done pretty well for myself, and they're like, What are you doing? Like, what's like, is it like some scam or something?
Yeah.
And it's fascinating, right? Because they're so close, and I want to help them, right? I want to like, gee,
Yeah.
like, here's an opportunity, like, here's what you can do, here's how you can make money, and all these people, they're working like jobs that they don't like, They're just like, yeah, I'll do it like for the next like 40 years, and then I'll retire, I'll
Yeah.
buy a house. And it's kind of like the standard path that everyone has been like kind of like reinforced. Like you have to go, like as you said, like college, like you have to graduate, get good grades, and then you go and get a job. And there's some people that love that, right? And that's kind of the lifestyle that they accept. But
Yeah.
for people that are kind of like have that fire inside, that's like, fuck, it's like I want to do something bigger. I want to have a location freedom. I want to, like, okay, so if I want to live here, or I want to live in Dubai, I want to live in Miami, I want to live, wherever I
Yeah.
want, and have the location freedom. So I'm not attached to a particular place like you would have with, most jobs.
Yeah.
And people kind of like, they kind of want it, but then, like, as you said, like the skepticism, yeah, it's probably not
Yeah. It's
realistic,
too
it's not
much.
for me, maybe I'm not good enough. It's like maybe people
Yeah.
think like I'm not, like, oh, it's like maybe those people can do it, but I can't do it. Like on my own journey, like when I just started, and I started as a freelancer, working
Yeah.
with clients, like my first thoughts were like, why would anyone hire me? Like, why would anyone hire me? I had, like English, like with accent, still have English with accent. Like, why would anyone hire me? I'm from Eastern Europe. You know what I mean? So it's like all of
Yeah.
those kind of beliefs, and especially those beliefs are kind of like reinforced by the people that are close to them. And then you're in this circle where it's like you want to try to do something, and then people kind of like discourage you, or like, like, and it's that circle. And only when you kind of like become open-minded and accept, okay,
Yeah.
this is possible, I can go for it, I can figure it out eventually, right? Like maybe it won't be instant, right? Like instant is kind of like not always happening, like, you instantly hit success. But if I stick to it, I can figure it out. And it,
Yeah.
it, it is fascinating mindset shift, that if more people accepted that mindset shift, that they can actually do it and they can figure it out, especially in the right environment. Like you said, like you joined BBA, I believe we have like amazing environment with all of the support systems, with the training, with kind of the whole environment to help you, uplift you. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah. So one of the videos that I remember that caused skepticism too was I remember the video exactly. It was like many years ago, but Gary V. He was saying like really be careful about the courses that people like put on Instagram. Like there's many scams, and as soon as I heard that, with like after not taking action because like my age, and I heard that, it's built a lot of tension. That like even if I knew that like I wanted to take action, I mean, what if it's a scam? What if it's a scam? Many times. So, but then it's like I reached a point where I need to do it. So I have to find there can't be like everything is scam. There has to be something that's like true, like that makes money. So I really put effort into finding the correct course, the right course, and it appears to be like BBA. So yeah.
Awesome. And by the way, guys, please, if you have any questions for Yousif, please shoot them here. I think there are just so many things that kind of it is fascinating, right? And so if we can help people kind of just get like a different perspective on things, right? And like, okay, it won't be instant. You can figure it out eventually, right? Even if you're in college, like we have some people that even
Yeah,
like
man.
kind of like farther down the journey, where they actually work in 9 to 5 jobs, but they doing the business on the side, and the business is doing well, so that at some point they can quit their 9 to 5, and the business can become the main thing. And if we can help people with those
Yeah.
beliefs, guys, please shoot the questions for um,
Yeah.
for this.
And many people have like other concerns, such as maybe social security or stuff like that. Maybe that like causes also tension. So if they and many of these like things are answered in BBA. Like if you like search, you can find the answers. And if you like need the answers regarding social security or stuff like that, you're an international student, I could help you because I did that. It was an easy process. So yeah, please ask the questions. And I
Awesome.
could talk also about like building the website and stuff if that would
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. So kind of like the first steps, I think this is so crucial for people that are starting. They're like, okay, so what are the first steps? And obviously there's a lot to learn. Like if they're
Yeah.
new to e-commerce, especially, like there's a lot of things to learn. So how was that learning process for you? Like how did you build the
Yeah.
website? Like how did you kind of like, found that inspiration? How did you follow those first steps, and how did
Yeah.
that feel?
Yeah, so my beginning is like to start from starting till like making my first ad campaign was like an easy because everything is laid out exactly. Like you could just do this and put that in chat GPT and like uh, get this website, get this plugin, and you have everything like all together. So what I did is I just like joined the course. Okay, went into an introductory course, like a meeting. After doing that, I just binged through like I watched the mindset. First of all, that's really important. Like drinking water, I didn't drink enough water before, but like stuff like that. And I had a notepad, just keep a notepad, pen, and I just like wrote keywords, and I just like went fast through that. I didn't like write a notebook about it. I just write keywords and binge through it. So like went through the like lean e-commerce, which is a really powerful like module in the course. And then as soon as I finished that, I went to building a Shopify store.
Hmm.
Building a Shopify store, you don't have to write notes. Just do like there were concrete steps, and I really like shout out to Jacobo. So which like everything was laid out like really perfectly. So just he gave us some prompts, put them in like Chat GPT. They're gonna give you some copy, place them in here in the like Shopify. Everything was explained about Shopify, and we also installed a good plugin, like an app that helped us create a good store. I had the like my website. I could like give it to like provide you with the website if you could want to see it. What's a good website, you know?
Hmm.
Then as like this took less than 2 weeks, then I launched like my first campaign, and within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So it's really fast. You could do that really fast. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
Interesting. And it's fascinating, right? Because like it's kind of like what we want for people to kind of, just get started as quickly as possible. Obviously some of the initial tests, they might not work out, but at least you
yeah,
have some data, right? And
yeah,
then you look at that data, okay, so what do I have to adjust? Do I have to adjust my website? Do I have to adjust my ads? Do I have to possibly choose another product? And so kind of like you get the data, and then based on that data, you're making decisions. But then if you're overthinking it, then let's say you take like 4 months. Some people take like 3-4 months to just launch a website. It's just
yeah,
like it's just too long. Like you have to get it faster. You have to get down to the market. It either works or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, you analyze why it didn't work, and if and fix those issues. And so now, like you're learning so much faster because it's based on real data.
yeah. Money likes speed, as they say. Like I think you said it.
Yeah, yeah,
Money likes
exactly.
speed. Yeah, yeah. It's really, you have to move fast, even if it's not 100%. Like you don't need to be a perfectionist or anything. Just like create and move on. But that's my like journey. To be honest, I didn't like. I'm still testing ads. I haven't created a sale right now, but I'm still testing and learning so much. But after my first campaign, my expectations were high. Like I
Mhm.
wanted that sale. As soon as I launched the ad, didn't get a sale, so my energy, my confidence fell. So I then placed more money on the ad, and it didn't create any sale. But then I learned you can't like it's if it didn't work from the beginning, it doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. As soon as I hit that step in the process, I became from like wanted to like full force to becoming a student of the game, as you said.
Mm.
That like made me think about like no, let me take a step back. Let me read some like books stuff about like marketing. Let me be a student and try the stuff. Be more like strategic. So that's I'm in that process right now. As soon as that happened, I also went to the modules in the BBA course. There's a module called uh, Adobe Premiere workshop or something like that.
Mhm.
It's a really valuable like workshop. So I went there. I like took the one weekend and learned Adobe Premiere. It's not only Adobe Premiere. So you learn Adobe Premiere and also the psychology behind direct marketing. So it was really powerful. So after doing that, now I have a side gig I could like do on Fiverr too, to like provide money for my business. So that's a really good thing. Like because if I'm like the constraint is money, I also have like a money flow, like a side money flow to provide for my business. But the thing is, what I figured is like what I found out is my laptop isn't as like really powerful.
Hmm.
So I need to like upgrade it to a more powerful laptop because it's about to explode. It will explode when I try it. So, yeah. So I think I need to upgrade to a powerful because everything is slow with that like old laptop. So I need to, yeah.
Man, this is awesome. It's like, you know, reflecting on my own journey. And I didn't have, like, when I was starting my business, I didn't have all of these tools that are
Yeah.
available right now. Like you said, like Chat GPT, like all of these things that are extremely powerful if you utilize them
Yeah.
properly. And it's just kind of like all of the moving parts. Like if we break down e-commerce, there's only like few moving parts, right? To get to initial like momentum, there's a few $1,000s a day in sales. It's your product, it's a website, and it's ad. It's like that's it, right? After
Yeah.
that, after you had the initial momentum, now it's like probably time will be the constraints, right? So you need to hire some people to help you with certain tasks. But like to get that initial momentum, it's a product, it's a website, and it's the ads, right? These
Yeah.
are these are three most important parts. And with
Yeah.
all of those, as you said, you can utilize ChatGPT to help you. You can utilize, the inspiration. There's so many like spy tools, like to see exactly what products are working, what brands are doing well, so that you can learn a lot faster and you can model something that has already been validated. But it's fascinating, like how many tools are at people's like disposal these days
Yeah.
that they can utilize to their advantage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what BBA does is like gives you the best tools. So you just like act instead of like find the right tools. So just as soon as you get into the course, you just like take action and speed, So that's a really good thing. Yeah.
Do you think like so? Do you think e-commerce is like too saturated? Like kind of some people say like, oh, e-commerce is too saturated. Like is this like too good to be true? Do you think that's there's truth to that?
Look, I haven't like really like delved into like e-commerce too much to know about that, but like what I've seen, like a lot of money is made, like a lot of money. So many websites and stuff that are making money, and we have, like students in the course. So I don't think it's saturated, but I still like need to make some money to get more my foot into the game more and like give depth into the insights and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can have like another conversation like in a
Yeah.
few months, after
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have already some
Of course.
some momentum with sales and stuff like that. But I think those first steps, like as you said, the mindset shift from kind of like having, obviously, everyone has like very high expectations, and
Yeah.
sort of normal, right? But then you just realize that there is probably, like, if you don't have that success right away, then probably there are certain things that you don't know that you have to learn, and becoming a
Yeah.
student of the game, and really like even right now in our business, I mean, I've been in e-commerce, like, I don't know, like since 2016, so for a long time. And even right now, like we're like spying like on different websites, we're seeing what works, what doesn't, we're seeing who's scaling, what kind of products they're selling, how they're selling those products, what kind of ads they're using, what kind of processes they have. It's like never ending process of just like learning, because every industry is evolving. I think in like e-commerce, online stuff, like it's kind of like evolving so fast, right? There's always new things that are popping up, and you
Yeah.
have to be constantly learning and just love the game. I think at the end of the day, it's like, if you love the game and you're like, okay, so we can do this and I can do this, and it's like this, and you're learning from everyone, then it becomes like an excited. That's like in like a game, right? Where you kind of like go
Absolutely.
from yeah different levels.
Yeah. It's that fun of it. Yeah. It's really fun. But right now, so I like my product is like you certified, like I got a green light, and also like it was verified, like that's a good product by the instructors, and also the website. The only thing is my like ads, which I didn't get like sales, but so I created two ads didn't work out. But then I realized all the mistakes when I like went and with the instructors and stuff, consulted the instructors. So then I like took a step back as I like as you said, and became the student, like a student of the game. So now I'm just analyzing and trying to like approach it more strategically. And
Hmm.
so now I'm trying to find the creators in like Fiverr to make the ads, because I don't have the like right now the hardware to do that. So that's my next step, and I'll provide them the plots, and I'll go on from there to the third, fourth campaign and see. And if it doesn't work, I'll move on to the next product. Yeah, as fast as possible. So
Awesome.
that's yeah,
And I've heard, like, I don't know if this is, I've heard from some people in the community that, like, So you're from Kuwait.
Yes.
You know, the Middle Eastern market is also kind of like very active right now in e-commerce, and it's growing pretty fast. So I think even on that side, you potentially have the opportunity to, like, learning all of the skills that you've
Yeah.
learned now, sell products in those markets where there's like less competition. You know, the level and the sophistication of ads is not that high, you know, in those markets, but you understand the culture, understand the language, right? So you have
Yeah.
the competitive advantage there.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm planning because I'm returning like in 9 days. So I'm planning like to take over the market there. So because it's not gonna be easy, but like because I'm already doing it in the US and I'm gonna be in Kuwait and like in the Middle East, so I'm gonna like try it over there. There's no, I can't see like there is just some my family like there is like a business owner who lives in China, like China, and he's from Kuwait, and he brings he does drop shipping, but there's no branding. It's just like products. This products for like with low prices with low prices. So he just put them in in his Instagram page, and people buy from them. So but, sometimes our family, like me and my family, or some people, our friends, buy from that place and for low prices. But there's absolutely zero branding, and I know he's making a lot of money. So
Nice.
there's a lot of stuff like people over there that's doing that model, but there's no branding there and with e-commerce stuff. There's a, yeah, so I think there's a potential.
For
So I'm
sure.
excited to try it there. Yeah,
So you coming back to Kuwait? Will you come back to United States then?
yeah. Next next August.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you
Yeah,
you so you
to
spend some
continue
time.
college.
Uh-huh. So you spent some time in the Middle East.
Yeah, 3 months.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. Um, so like was this kind of like, how in terms of time, right? Because this is something that people say like they don't have time to run a business. Like how was it for you? How do you coordinate, you know, the studies? How do you coordinate the like the you know, running your business? How do you match it together?
To be honest, like starting out, everything was laid out, so it's just like turned on the videos and I just did what they said. And I like made sure that as soon as I sit down, I focus all of my energy on like doing one thing, which is doing the video or like creating like the website or doing something specifically in the website or like creating like integrating the reviews in the website. Just one thing, and I like do it without like disruptions. That's the main thing. Because when you realize like it doesn't take much time if you like focus on one thing, but what makes you like what makes it take a lot of time is getting like your phone getting distracted. Emails is like real bad thing, because like you have to set up like certain time for emails. You can't like just have emails ongoing because it disrupts your focus. And as soon
Mm-hmm.
as your focus is disrupted, you can't get back into that mode. You have to wait 15 minutes. I think it's proven scientifically or something like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just focus. I think that's the main thing.
Interesting. So let's say you have like some priority for the day. Okay, so today I want to build, like, I don't know, product page, or today I want to make some ads, right? And just
Yeah,
blocking that time on the calendar, just sitting,
yeah,
you know, if you're following the tutorial, just following that tutorial, making something like shipping, making sure it's done, instead of just going like back and forth from your phone. And there's so many distractions, right? There's like Instagram, there is YouTube, there's TikTok, there's so many of
yeah.
these different apps that, like, they're so
Yeah,
good at taking your attention.
I started deleted them after like watching your videos, interviews with like the candidates with like BBA customers, because many of them said like the successful ones said that they didn't install Instagram or Snapchat. So I did the same. I instantly like deleted them. But like regarding the planning, I don't no need to use like you don't no need to make it complicated. Just the day before, after you finish your task, the day before, just get like a notepad and just write a certain keyword, like a bullet point and the keyword on the about the task that summarizes the task. You don't have to be really specific. Just it's just the outline, and then on that day you're gonna figure exactly what you're gonna do. You don't have to make it like really systematic, because if you really planned it to the second, it's hard to like it's hard to do that, I think.
Oh yeah,
That's my
yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah, at the beginning, like you just want to kind of and that's
at the
also one
beginning.
of the, yeah, one of the mistakes that people do is like they, as you said, they're trying to do everything perfect. Oh, it's like I want this, like bam bam bam, instead of just like, okay, let's get it done, let's get like MVP out of the way, right? Let's create something that's good enough, right?
Yeah,
Let's get it to the market, right? Let's see the feedback, let's see the data. Based on the data, okay, now you're back to the drawing board. Okay, what do I
yeah,
have to change, what do I have to adjust, right? And now another round, and another round, you probably be like, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe 100% better, right? Like based on
yeah.
based
That's
on
true.
that data that you already had.
Yeah, because
Um,
in that one video, there's many tell like 10 critical points or something like that I could change. So that's gonna create a jump. Yeah.
for sure. We have some questions here. Is he
Awesome.
using Shopify payments? How did he get it? Being non-US citizen.
Yeah, so Shopify payments. So I like study here in college, and what I did is I wanted to get a social security number as soon as possible because I know it's gonna provide some like good perks, you know. So I like I applied for like a job, university job. So I was in university, so I went to the university and said I want to work as like in Burger King or whatever. It wasn't, it was like that creamery there. So I went there and like worked for like 1 month. I worked in the freezers and stuff. I actually worked like I went 1 month. I wanted to see how the business worked. So I
Nice,
went, yeah. So I went there and I learned a lot about business there because I like saw the back end work more than
nice,
the like front end work. And as soon as I got the social security, uh, I wanted to open like a credit card because it like helped me open a credit card, which I couldn't open before without social security. But I didn't do that. But the main thing is the social security. I got that. After doing that, I then forward right now in BBA. Uh, there is like a website which is called First Base IO. That's the website where I went to get a social to get the EIN number and the LLC.
hmm
Yeah,
and so you got
that's
that
where.
done, right?
Yeah, I got all of that done because, and it got done in 3 days because I got the Social Security first. So if you get the Social Security, is a really powerful like thing to have as an international student if you can get it. But you were talking about Shopify payments, yes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know like how it worked. I just opened the Shopify payments and I think it worked, or I think maybe they needed the EIN number. Otherwise, like, but anyway, if you need, if it's the EIN number is the requirement, you can get that through that process. Yeah. I
hmm
think the EIN number is what you need for the
Yeah.
Shopify payments. I don't think so. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I mean we have lots of clients, from Europe, from Middle East, from Asia, and they're opening these companies like fully remotely.
Yeah,
You can open LLC like without being like in the United States, and then
absolutely.
based on that information, as you said, with like EIN number, you can open,
Absolutely.
you can get like the payment processors to
Yeah.
start with a business.
Yeah. And but the only thing I talked about Social Security because it like instead of taking a month, it took 3 days. That's
Oh
the main thing.
wow.
So if you started like I started as soon as possible, you know? Yeah.
hmm
So if you could do it, like, please do it. Yeah.
Awesome. We have another question here from Kevin Roberts. Do you like to party?
No, I'm not
You're
a
you're
party.
19 years old. If you want to, if
I'm
you like to
19.
party, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, like, no, I'm not a partier, no, no. But
No.
no, no, yeah. I didn't write that life, you know. So, but I'm still 19, you know. I'm still 19.
Oh,
Maybe, maybe.
right. Kevin. So yeah, yeah, it's kind of like in college, and some of the reason why people
Yeah,
like college is because there's a lot of
partying.
partying and stuff like that. Which is cool, like if you're
Well,
like
yeah,
in your early 20s, um, but it's like if you have some other priorities, or if you see your maybe you just don't enjoy it, right? Then you don't have to follow like basically what other people do, right? Like you just do what
yeah.
what feels right to you.
No, I don't buy. Like, I went to like Miami and I like experienced the scene there.
Uh-huh.
Like, there is a place I forgot where it is. It's not Miami. The place above Miami.
Fort
I
Lauderdale.
went, yeah, yeah, and it was like all the college students went there, so it was crazy. The parties were crazy. It was like absolutely hectic, you know. And I didn't like the environment. It was too sticky, you know. It's just two people like sticking together.
And
But I mean,
drinking
it's a
drinking
good
a
thing.
lot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, it's fun, but it isn't my thing. I like a more laid back setting, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice, man. It's so important. Like I think for everyone, like it's so important to know like what you're enjoying, like personally, right? Like so if you don't like parties, you don't like parties. You don't have to do parties, even if everyone else is doing, going to parties. Like
yeah,
if you like parties, go to parties. But it's like there's also like, I mean, when starting a business, let's say you have a priority to start a business, then I mean, some of those things probably will have to be like sacrificed, right? And some of those, like, maybe you even have to like change, your social circle in the friends. Like, if they're partying a lot and you're going to parties a lot, then
yeah,
obviously that will take the time out
yeah.
of the business. And so,
But,
um, that's
but to be honest, the main thing about partying is like the religious aspect. Maybe that's the main thing.
interesting,
But, yeah,
interesting. Good, my man.
but I mean, people do. It's just yeah,
Interesting. All right. So, we have can it so what were the challenges you faced when you first like started, so building the website, kind of like putting all those things together? What were the
yeah,
main, like, kind of like maybe mindset shifts that you had to make,
yeah,
or kind of the challenges that you faced?
yeah. Yeah, the main thing is avoiding perfectionism. Like I was really a perfectionist. That's the main thing that like it could have destroyed my progress, because if I
Mm,
wanted to create the like website to the T, but to be honest, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like the website doesn't matter. The product matters. The plot in the ad, not like how the ad looks exactly, but if the plot, you know how like it's laid up. That's the main thing. If like because I'm really like visual. I like to see things really as aesthetic and stuff. So that messed up with me a bit. But because I had the time restraint, which was 2 weeks, I couldn't like afford like looking at this stuff, the perfection and this stuff. So and also I want to like in my mind was like the main thing, the main phrase in my mind was money like speed. That's the
mhm.
main phrase I like for 2 weeks. So that's like motto I was driving, traveling with.
Mm. This is interesting, and especially like with engineering kind of degrees, right? Like, I mean, as an engineer, you have to do everything like
Yeah,
very
yeah,
precisely, right? Because if you're not, like, the buildings will collapse, or the bridges will collapse, or the things will break. But business is business likes, I have this place here in here where I live in Miami, and they
yeah.
do the manicure. They kind of fix your nails and stuff,
Okay.
and they just like relocated from one location to another. And the second location that they moved to, right, it's so messy, right? It's not even like fully renovated. Like, it's kind of like, and the place like relocated to that new place, and it's so messy, right?
Yeah,
But people still come there, right? Because the service is good. They do nails pretty well.
yeah,
And thinking on that, like, it's kind of like, okay, they probably could have waited like another month or so, like, to kind of like, yeah, renovate the place, make it perfect. Instead, they're just like, okay, let's make money, right? Let's get it, like,
yeah,
even if it's crappy, even if it's like not super ideal, not even like
yeah,
perfect, let's get it done, let's serve the customers. And so that just kind of reinforces that
yeah,
point that.
yeah. Profit first, then build the back end. That's the main thing. So build the like funnel, get the money, then build the back end. And a good story like regarding that, it's a really powerful one. Is the like founder of Mastermind. You know the Mastermind, yeah, the
Uh-huh.
like course, yeah. So what he did is he created the website, and, okay, and he like he placed the famous faces as with courses, like each famous face, and like in his expertise, like there's a course underneath that person. So he created many courses, and the thing was there were no like people behind the courses. It was just like a website. Nobody was behind it. Then he found like that people were purchasing the like courses, and he placed an email. So after like a couple of days, he saw that people are not like people are messaging him in the email, like telling him that where's my like course? I didn't receive anything. But the proof of concept was there. Like when product market fit was there, and that's the main thing.
Mm.
As soon as he found that, he didn't have like money. He called maybe he had money, but he called an investor and he showed them like the bare metrics, which is people talking like messaging him with email
Mhm.
and people buying the product. as soon as he, like the investor saw that, he like gave him the money, like a good amount of money, I don't know, millions, and he said like go, and now Mastermind is like $1 billion company or something like that.
Oh, you mean masterclass.com?
Master
Masterclass.com or
Masterclass, not Mastermind.
Oh, really?
Masterclass.
That's how it started. I didn't know that story.
Yeah, the owner of Masterclass, I think
Oh,
most
wow.
certainly, I think it's Masterclass. Maybe it's not Masterclass, but most certainly like.
Oh, wow. This is fascinating. Do they have like this, like the cooking guy, Dave Ram? No, it's
Yeah, many people
Gordon
fancy.
Ramsay and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but Masterclass is like superficial. It's not much like really detailed. Like it's not that detailed. There's another course with like. A company which has more like detailed courses, like college level courses. I forgot the name. It's a famous one.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Wow.
And
So proof of concept is everything in business. Like
yeah,
you get the sales, and that's like, with lean e-commerce brand business model, that's what we want to, that's what works for us. Like kind of validating products first, even if it's not perfect, getting sales, getting some profit. And then, okay, so you have a proof of concept, you have product market fit. Now you also have some capital that you can invest in branding those products, making those products better, building the whole backend for the business. But like if it's based on, I've made this mistake like in e-commerce where, I would go and find the product, right? And I would find like the fancy product, and no one was selling the product, and I think a lot of people making that mistake, kind of like trying to find like unique product that no one else was selling before. And then kind of like, we bought inventory like up front, like we spent like $60,000 on the inventory. And then, we're trying to sell the product and it doesn't sell. Like,
okay,
and
yeah.
I still have like $60,000 worth of the inventory for that product just sitting, in the warehouse, because like
Wow, yeah,
instead of getting proof of concept, and we got all of these like samples from the manufacturer. We had like the cheaper version, more expensive version, and we chosen like the most expensive version. Okay, it's a premium product, good quality and stuff, but it
yeah,
just didn't sell and still doesn't sell. And I think there's lesson in that like first, like if no one is paying you money for the product, like it's useless. It could be the best product in the world, right?
yeah,
But it's like if nobody ready to pay money for it, then it's not a good product.
yeah. Can I? Is it possible to ask you a question? Like, can
Yeah,
I?
sure.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's your first experience like with like product market fit? How did you like? What was your first product, and how did it work out? Like, how was your start? I'm really interested.
I've tested a bunch of products. It was a while ago, like 2016. This 2016.
Okay.
So, but the products that we had the first momentum with were these like watches. Watches was like very cheap watches. Like they were like on AliExpress for like $2 or $3, and we would sell these watches with free plus shipping model, which means people would pay just for shipping. And we would charge like $12 for shipping the product. But that would work out because of all of the costs on Facebook were like a lot lower back then.
Yeah,
And that, economically it made sense. And we would sell, hey, get 2 or 3 products together, so that the average order value would be like, $25-$30. The product would only cost us like $6. And we pretty much like made like an arbitrage, and that just,
oh, yeah.
we've been
That's
able
really
to
cool.
scale that. Obviously market has changed. Like I don't think now like the free plus shipping model is like viable anymore, because of the unless you have some good like backend, you have some other products to sell or some subscription. But back then that was the case. But then we switched to products that have had like at least like $150 like AAV. I still believe like that's probably where you want to be, like unless you're selling something consumable, with all of the like advertising costs, with all of the costs of running the business, you want to be around like $80, $100, $150 AAV, so that you can spend on acquisition, you can be competitive, and you can build like a good solid business that scales.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and but right now, like in our business, like so, we have we still have like gadgets and stuff, but big focus for us is consumable products like supplements, like creams, like topical stuff like that people would buy again and again. So that let's say even if you're breaking even on the front end, even if you're breaking even like on the Facebook ads or TikTok ads, but you have customers coming back for product because they're just running out of it. And I think that is a solid model. Supplements, consumables, something that people need more than once. We have this client. But he is, I think he's from Malaysia, Haster. So he sells like a cream, and his cream like solves like a really big problem for people like with their skin, and product I think is like $20 or so. So he breaks even on the front end more or less. Sometimes he's even like losing money, but he has about 40-50% repeat purchase rate, which means people are coming back. And so he has some issue with his ad account. Like his ad account was shut down for like 2 weeks, and he wasn't running any ads. And still, he would still get like $100,000 in sales, just because like people would come back and buy the product again. So it's either, I believe it's either consumable product that people would buy again that solve like a real problem for them, or it's a gadget that something that's more like a higher price point, ideally like $80-$100 like AOV, so that you can scale because of you're just more profitable in the first transaction. So I believe these two models are the most sustainable these days. Awesome. So we had a question here from Shark Skill. First time, how much spent money Facebook ads budget per day? How much did you spend on Facebook ads?
Oh, yes. I'm still a beginner, but like I spent I don't know. It was, I don't know about like the total to like 3 campaigns. I spent like 230 or something like that dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the important point, and that's what you mentioned as well, like is, let's say if your ads don't perform right away, right? Like let's say if metrics on ads are like, let's say your click-through rate is like 1% or like 0.5%, or maybe your cost per click is like $2-3. Like it just like it won't get better. If it's that from day one, it probably won't get better. So you better go back and reevaluate everything and pretty much like make sure that your ads are better and just relaunch them instead of just spending more money on something that doesn't is not very promising from day one.
Yeah, it isn't that bad, or even it's not ideal. It's like in the middle. So I consulted with the instructors, and they gave me like solid advice, which is there is a big competitor with my product, and I should just like copy them, and I think that would like do it. It's really good. Like I think because it's really good. Like, but the thing is, like I need to find creators, and that's my challenge right now. Because Fiverr, they're not like really diligent.
Yeah,
It's hard to like find a good creator. So and take 3 days. So I don't know what to do right now. Like other than like just browse into like research. So because I don't have the hardware to do that myself, and I have to like contact somebody in Fiverr to do that. And I don't want to do UGC because I don't want to take too much time. I have like there's material, like enough material online, so that's my challenge right now. Yeah.
one of the things that you can test for yourself is there's these platforms these days. Also, I mean, because of technology, we have access to them. I think it's called Arc Ads or Creatify, where you can have UGC creators that are like AI created, like fully AI.
Yeah.
So you can test that out. Also, I mean, even for the ads, there's platforms like I think Synthesia, where you have like AI kind of spokesperson, kind of you can have like AI actor, and I mean, even like, so I had a conversation. I think we shared that in the BBA with Salif. So he's running creative agency, and he is. They're using AI voiceovers. So they're using 11 labs, for all of the voiceovers. So, let's say you have like good dynamic content, you have good script in the first place. I think script is a foundation of everything. If you have like a good script that you can kind of like modify the content in the back end, make it more dynamic, and use some stock content. And the script is kind of the foundation, but then the voiceovers could be done with AI. these are the tools that,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have access to those tools when I was starting out. I think this is great at like advantage, for people just to get running faster, to validate the script. Okay, so now you see the script is working, people are watching. Okay, so now maybe it would make sense to give that same script to UGC creator, right? To give like the real person to read exactly the same script about your product, and now you
Yeah.
have higher quality ad that you could use.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I used actually 11 labs. I think it was provided in the course itself, the 11 labs.
Yeah, and 11 labs as well. Like, so what you can do is you can create your custom voices, which means if you upload like enough content from someone, obviously you don't, it's like you don't want to use like Kim Kardashian or something like, you know. But like if you provide like enough like raw content, it basically will scan all of that and will replicate that voice. So if you don't like some of their stock voices, you can replicate pretty much any voice. So it's, yeah, AI is becoming like, scary powerful. So
Yeah,
um that's something you can try. um
it's awesome.
so when you were considering joining BBA, like were you like nervous, like, or scared at all, like?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I was nervous. Yeah, I
How did
remember
you overcome that?
the video which I talked about, the skepticism video.
Mm,
That's, I swear that that's the one, because I built so much skepticism towards online courses. Saw them like as scammers,
yeah.
because people were talking of like there's many, and there's many that are scammers. There's many that are scams. So you
Hmm.
get lost. So so I worked on like finding I watched the video about the skepticism thing, which many people do not like take action, and their dreams are lost because they think everything
Mm,
is like a scam. But you have to find which is the real in the in the selection. So you have to search and find. But there is some real stuff which I find luckily found. But yeah, so I just dedicated some time to researching a good course, like a good course. I dedicated 3 days or so. I don't know, a week, something like that. Then I saw that, I fell upon BBA, and I was I felt it was like a real thing. It felt through the ads. It wasn't the same as others, which Lamborghinis, and it was like aggressive. You didn't need like much from the person you were talking to. You were you're just saying, giving them a hand and helping them, instead of jumping, being aggressive about it. So that's the main thing. That the strategy and the ads really played a part. And then I went through a call, and there was a really skilled salesperson. So that's a really good, a good thing. But it made it easier for me to take action. So it was really helpful, and I'm glad
mm.
I. Yeah.
And it's like, like I have clients, like, I mean, we have some, you're probably familiar. So we have Brand Builders Academy, right? Like to get the initial momentum with businesses for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And then we have ESS, which is for more, experienced entrepreneurs. And, you know, I mean, we have some people like in ESS and our mastermind that are like doing, millions of dollars per month at this point. And when they, I was just, I'm chatting, I'm still friends with our guys. And we were like chatting, and like they're like, oh geez, when I joined when I joined the program, I was kind of skeptical and stuff. And then our sales team helped them to overcome those beliefs, and asking them the questions like that would kind of like get them thinking. And it's kind of like, it's the mindset. And even like, sometimes even myself, I'm in different courses, like I'm in masterminds, and where I'm there, like, and working with coaches, people asking me some questions, and then I start thinking, geez, like, what if my point of view is skewed, right? Because like, I think that the way opinions are formed is because of the experience, right? So let's say
Yeah.
if you've been like burned like many times, then you become
Yeah.
skeptical of
Yeah.
something, right? And
Yeah.
so, and for that reason, I think it's so valuable for anyone to have someone in their circle, like even like people that are close to them, that they're questioning, like, is that what you really think it is? Like, do you have any proof for that? Like, And then you start thinking about that, and you're like, oh wow, gee, maybe my point of view is wrong, right?
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, I believe that, like, even like what you said about your own perspective, that you decided to become a student of the game, right?
Yeah.
And it's a mindset shift if you think about it, right? Like, okay, so instead of like, okay, knowing that, like, having, you expect instant success, but then you realize, okay, I have to become better. I have to become better as an entrepreneur, as a person. I have to learn faster. I have to learn better. And those are so important mindset shifts. And those mindset shifts, they happen on every level of the business. So you get your business first to 100K, then you get to a million, then you get to 10 million, then you get to like multiple 8 figures. So on every stage of this journey, there's new beliefs that you have to accept, right?
Yeah.
And you have to believe that they're true, in order to make those things, happening. Because otherwise, it's like, I see a lot of people, as you said, like a lot of people, kind of like Lamborghinis and stuff like that, which is great, kind of like as a starting point.
It's
But
cool. Yeah.
as a everyone who doesn't want to have Lamborghini, it's totally cool. But if that's the main focus, right? Okay, so it's like Lamborghini, right? Okay, now you have a Lamborghini. Now what? Like, okay,
Yeah.
you have to keep evolving as a person, right? Like, you have to keep becoming better as a person. That's like, that's my life, like, mission to first of all, like, for myself, to evolve as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a leader, but also to show this path to others, like that.
Yeah.
It's never ending. Like, you always have to become better. And especially as the world is changing, like, even like, okay, if we take e-commerce as an example, like, what's working on e-commerce today is probably not what will be working on e-commerce like in 1 or 2 years, right? Like, the foundations will be the same, but the market will change. What's working will change. Some of the tactical stuff will change. So, as you said, becoming student of the game is such a profound, like, mindset shift. Becoming just good at what you do, and constantly be open to learning, testing, experimenting, seeing what other people do, and being open-minded to learn from them. I had it in my journey where, like, oh, I don't like this fucking guy. I don't like this guy. I don't want to learn from this guy. But the guy might have like such amazing ideas, but because I don't like the guy personally, I
Yeah.
wouldn't take those, so kind of like those lessons that the guy has. And I think this is so important, like, to be like open-minded. Okay, so is it true or not? Let's test it. It might work, maybe it will not work, right? Then you obviously, as we talked about, like, based on the data, you make your next moves. But this is like, this is such an important mindset shift, to just like accept that this is a long journey. It's like it's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Yeah.
Especially, it's like, if you want to build like a generational wealth, like, you have to, like, it cannot happen in, like, unless you get like super lucky, it cannot happen in less than 5-10 years. So if you projecting your journey, okay, 5-10 years, like, who do I want to become, like, in 1 year, right? Who do I want to, like, what kind of person I have to become in like 5 years, right? And so, just expecting that this is like never ending, evolution, like personal evolution. And
Yeah.
then once you evolve as a person, you become open-minded. You can also attract better people to your team once you're at that stage. And that's how everything grows. Like, on our team, we have right now like 50 people. And we're attracting like some really good people, because I think we're open-minded, we're willing to learn, we're taking ideas, we're implementing them. We kind of like a constant moving, kind of like, it's not like static. Oh, it's like, I make money, that's it. Buy a Lamborghini, right? It's like end point, right? But it's more like, okay, buy a Lamborghini, now boom, how do I evolve to the next level? And I have seen so many people that, even with crypto, like, some people made money with crypto, but because they didn't want to evolve, okay, so now I have that money that I made. What I'm going to do with that money? How can I relocate that capital? How can I learn? How can I become better person, better leader, better entrepreneur, to invest that money further? And I think that is a key mindset shift. And it seems like you're on the right path. Like, you accepted that you want to be like a student of the game, learn, evolve, and become better every single day. I think that's the key.
Yeah, that's the goal right now. Yeah, I have much to do, and I'm like, I want to like go on to ESS. That's my next step.
For sure,
Yeah.
my man. We have so many people. We have so many people in the SS that live in Dubai, by the way. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's something you're considering in the future. Like, do you like Miami or Dubai more?
Uh, I, I haven't been in Dubai like in years, but like I've seen Dubai multiple times, so I think in Miami for now, but
Hmm.
I have to see them. Yeah, but I
Awesome.
like Miami, it's really good.
I'll introduce you to some good people like that also live here in Miami. So I think will be great kind of perspective shifts
Yeah,
for you. Also from Middle East. So I'll introduce you to some awesome people.
yeah.
So knowing what you know now, like if you could go back in time and like tell yourself one thing regarding starting your own business, like what would it be?
It doesn't matter what the business is. It's like there's only one goal of business to make money. I think that's like it doesn't matter what the business is. And another thing is and building, not just making money, but like another thing is do not seek like perfection, seek like progress and growth. That's the main thing.
Hmm.
Because I think that's the main thing. Because I was like, let's say I want to open like a cookie business. That's one thing. Like because I like the dessert. Like back then when I was 15 or something. I want to make it the best like recipe and stuff, stuff that doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Like there's only so much that a cookie can be. So what like really you can like focus on is the other stuff, which are like the brand and stuff like that. So I think I should focus less on perfection and more on growth. That's the main thing.
Focus less on perfection and more on growth. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I think another such a good point. I think another kind of part of that is like oftentimes we're obviously you go on Instagram, everyone lives the perfect life. Everyone everyone's like
yeah,
driving cars and goes on vacations and stuff like that. And those people might as well like do very well for themselves, right? But it's also I think comparing ourselves to others is kind of, I mean, it's good. Like, I mean, if you're a competitive person, okay, I want to
yeah,
I want to become better, I want to compete on that level. But at the same time, if people focus more on like how can I become like better than I was yesterday, and it applies to every area of life, like whether it's going to the gym, getting in better shape, becoming a better person, becoming a better leader, becoming better entrepreneur, making better decisions, becoming more calm, when you're making decisions and you're not making like irrational decisions. So there is always the level of personal growth, like from my own experience, and also it's like seeing a lot of successful entrepreneurs, the level of personal growth is always correlated with the business growth, right? It might not be like linear, like when you become like a better, like more open-minded, more patient person, and willing to learn. It might not reflect like right away in a business, but it is always correlated. Maybe there will be some delayed effect of that,
yeah,
but like if you constantly devoting yourself to learning and becoming better, then it's inevitable that your business will go up. It just there's no other way, because you'll find a way. You're open-minded, you're seeing what works, what doesn't, you basically tweaking what doesn't work, right? So you become better, and it just from there it's only up.
yeah. Absolutely. Yes, that's awesome.
Awesome. Awesome, man. So yeah, how people can connect? You said you deleted social media. You're not on Instagram.
Yeah, actually, I like downloaded back in them, but the main thing is I deleted. Then if I want to use it, I just log in and go back.
Uh-huh.
But my like main my main like handle is y85x underscore. That's the main one. But yeah, that's the main one. I
y
created another one. Yeah,
y
y85x.
y85x underscore.
Yes, and I created another one which I'm gonna make a business one, which is ALKH
A,
AW
1 second. AW. Uh-huh.
ALED.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm
No,
so
the
I'm so
first one
bad. I'm
works.
so bad at typing. Let
No,
me.
the first, yeah,
Can you send it to me here on chat, and then I'll drop it on Instagram for everyone.
it's a new like it's a new platform. I don't know how to use that platform exactly. Oh, yeah, here. It's
Oh, perfect.
the private chat.
Uh-huh.
Either way, it works.
Awesome. So one last question for you. So um, when you were like like what would you say to someone who's watching this, who's considering joining BBA, maybe on the fence, maybe thinking this is like a scam or something? What would you say to those people?
Uh, I mean, to look at the testimonials, the real people are making real money. And if you don't if you become a skeptic and don't take action, then you're not gonna take action in anything. You have to in the end, you have to take you choose a direction and go with it. So even if there's a lot of scams, which there is, of course there is a way. There has to be a way to make money. So just search for the right way, and you're good. That's you can do that, and that's the best way to go about it. And BBA is a real the real deal. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you for kind words. Awesome. Yousif, thank you so much, my man. I would love to have another call with
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Want to see in a few months. I think you like with the mindset that you have, you'll have amazing traction.
So
And our team is here for you to help you on that journey. If you have any questions, also you have my WhatsApp. Just shoot me a question. And yeah, wish you all the best on your journey. Thank you so much for being such an inspiration for people. I think there could be someone like right now, like watching it from, and it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter like if they join BBA or not. But it's like boom, maybe it will unlock something for them where they really decide to go forward, and pursue like their dream. I think that's the purpose for me of doing these calls. And I appreciate it so much sharing this mindset shift that you had, the tactical stuff that's been working for you. And I wish you all the best on your journey. Thank you so
thank you
much
so
for
much.
joining me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.